Kia ora team, it's Claire here from My Mortgage, and today I want to talk to you parents out there who might like to help your children into a property in 2023. So there are a myriad of ways that you can do this, and it depends a lot on your situation, what you're looking to do, what you want to achieve personally, and then how much you're willing to take risks, I suppose, or also how much you're willing to contribute to that situation. So just going to really briefly cover a couple of these just so that you're aware, and more than happy to talk through these around your personal situation. When you've got a chance, you can book in with me for a 30-minute Zoom session and we can talk through some of the options. So firstly, the really obvious one is a loan or a gift for deposit. So essentially that's if you've got some funds that might be invested elsewhere, or you might have them in savings for a rainy day, and you might be able to spare that money to lend or to gift as an inheritance to a child. So that's definitely the easiest way forward. Slightly more complex is the parental guarantee. So this one's something that a lot of people ask us about because often it's super easy in the past, and people kind of just think it's sign a bit of paper and happy days. It is a little bit more involved these days, and with the new legislation around the Responsible Lending Code and CCCFA, it does mean you have to be fully assessed for the lending that your children or family are carrying out for the new property. So it actually means that you are jointly liable with them in providing that guarantee or that equity boost as such. So something to be really, really mindful of when looking at some guarantee options. The next one is joint ownership, and this one's actually been really useful, particularly if you've got a child who might be single and needs an income boost, or if they might have children, or there might be a couple that is on one income. Definitely when there's income challenges and serviceability challenges, then it is a really good option if the parent is still working and also has some equity in their home. So the key thing I think with joint ownership is just to set that up really well, a bit of a plan for the future around what you're thinking about doing in the long term. So that might be a 2, 3, 5 year plan, and how you're going to achieve that as well. So really key to plan that, and also to involve people like solicitors and accountants, because they do have some really good advice in that space, and they see it a lot. The other ones are some slightly more unknown products called Springboard Loans. So these, in my opinion, are a really good compromise with a guarantee and an assistance with a deposit. So they kind of do both of those things. So essentially what it means is that the amount that the child or the family member needs to make up to their 20% deposit, that amount is borrowed against the parent's property or the family member's property to make up enough equity for them to purchase at 20% deposit. So just to keep it really simple, let's say they wanted to buy for $500,000 and they've got 50, which is 10%, and you were willing to springboard them another 50, so total of 100, which gives them a 20% deposit. That second 50k is actually borrowed in everybody's names, so the parent or the family member who owns the existing property and the new borrower or person who wants to buy a new property or their first home. The other thing that the bank does in this situation is actually reduces the loan term back, and what that means is that they can actually make progress on that loan a lot quicker, so they can pay it off over time in a slightly reduced time period. The other thing we can often do is the remaining 80% that they're borrowing for the property purchase can maybe be made interest only, and this depends a wee bit on the situation, but we've done a lot of this in order to just reduce back that cost for the new borrower. So these are really good products. BNZ and Westpac do them, and so it does rely on you having existing relationships with those banks, but we are more than happy to look at some options there because it does limit that risk a wee bit for parents. Overall though, heaps of options. The last one probably being that if you do have an existing property, it might be an investment property or a beach property or sort of a spare property as such, that you might want to sell to your children or to a family member. You might be able to give them a little bit of a discount, so it might be purchasing below market value. We've got a couple of options around how to set that up as well, because it is really common in this day and age. So if you are keen to have a chat with us about how you can help your children into a property in 2023, Please get in touch with us. Claire or Greg or any of the team here at My Mortgage would be happy to talk you through the different options. You can book straight into our calendars with a 30-minute Zoom, and then we can go from there in making a plan to make that a success. So we look forward to working with you, and have a great day.